I'm Bethany Love, and we are here at the Awakened World Film Festival of 2014. We're here at the Libero Theater seeing The Power of the Heart on day one. And we are here with Baptiste.
Hi.
Did I say that right?
Baptiste.
Baptiste.
Baptiste. It's a French name. Yeah.
He has a French name. And he did The Power of the Heart, which is about to be shown here at the Libero Theater, and it is going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited. And tell me about the film. Tell me, what was it like making this film? Where did you get the idea?
If you look at all spiritual traditions and religions, then the heart has been described as a source of wisdom and power. And of course I couldn't interview the Buddha or Jesus or Lao Tzu anymore, all those masters. So I thought, okay, who in our time is talking about the heart as a source of wisdom, power and intelligence? And I remember the first time I saw Dr. Maya Angelou on the reciting a poem on the first inauguration of Bill Clinton, and in this poem she speaks about the heart. And I remember the first time I read Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist, which is, you know, a classic book. And in this book Paulo talks about a shepherd boy, Santiago, who learns to follow his heart. So I was looking for people in our time who speak about the heart as a source of power and wisdom, and that's how the journey started. I started interviewing people who speak about the heart as a reliable source of wisdom, and I thought, okay, now first of all I want them to acknowledge that it's really a reliable source of power and wisdom and not just a pump or a romantic idea. And if the heart was really something we could trust, I was asking him, how can we connect with it and how can we use it in our daily lives on a very practical level? So, you know, for our finances, for our relationships, for our health, for our career. So I was really looking for a very practical way to apply the wisdom and the power of the heart in our daily lives.
That's so beautiful. What did you learn most from making the film about your own heart, and how do you apply it in your life?
Well, one of the things I've learned is that if you look at, you know, we've got the mind and we've got the heart. And we've been taught to do everything with our minds, and that's good because we need our minds and it's important. But I think that the heart should be the leader and the mind should be the servant. So they should work together, but the heart should be leading and the mind should be in service of the heart. And the second thing I've learned, if you compare the mind with the heart, you can look at it if you're on a boat. If you're on a boat on a river, then your mind can only see the next bend, the next turn on the river, but the heart can see the whole journey from source to sea. And our challenge is to learn to trust the heart, and in order to trust we have to experiment with it.
Yeah, like let it be the navigator.
Yes, the compass, the guide. Yes,
I love that.
I think a very practical one is, in every moment you have to ask yourself, where is the aliveness now? What makes me come alive? And just feel and learn to feel. And your heart is the center of those feelings. I think it's really important to ask yourself, what makes me come alive? That's a very important one, because we tend to approach everything from the mind, but we have to follow the energy, what makes, you know, really what gives us the sparkle. And sometimes we have to become like a child again in order to feel that again, because sometimes we lose it through education and through everything what's going on.
Yeah, I like that. I like the asking of what makes me come alive right in this moment, yes. Like doing that, yes. You know? Yes. Wow. So what is one thing that you want to leave as a message from this movie? Like if there's one line you could say.
I got one message. I mean, I've interviewed all those wonderful people, all these, you know, luminaries and teachers, but what I've learned is that ultimately your most important guru, your most important teacher, the most important authority in your life should be your own heart. So, you know, it's good to listen to your parents and to listen to everyone, but you also always have to check if it resonates with your own heart. And I think ultimately your heart is your most important guidance and teacher in your life. So only only listen to your heart and make that the authority in your life, and then you also take your power back. Because you cannot say you are responsible. You have to take your own, take the responsibility yourself, and you do that when you listen to your heart.
Yeah, it can be hard sometimes, huh?
It is. That's why I'm making a movie, because it's really hard.
Yeah.
Mark Nepo, one of the interviewees, says, a fish cannot drown in water, a bird cannot fall from the sky. Each creature must find their own God-given element. And it's easy for fish and birds, but it's not so easy for us human beings You know, we don't always know what our calling is. We don't always know what our element is. And the beautiful thing is that that we can learn it if we listen to our heart, but we don't get a blueprint or a manual when we are born, like, okay, this is how this is what your calling is. We have to figure that out. That is the secret of life, I think, to find our calling. And if we find it, then, you know, we're happy and we find the fulfillment. It's not about the results, it's about finding what your soul's calling is, what your heart's calling is.
Any last things you want to say?
Please watch the movie. And I think that if you watch the movie, something will open up in you. And I think everyone, if they have the chance, watch the movie. And if you want more information, you can go to our website, thepoweroftheheart.com.
And you made a book too.
Yeah, there's a book, yeah. Because a movie is only 18, 19 minutes. So you have to, I mean, we interviewed all those wonderful people. And you have to kill your darlings, right? And I thought, okay, if we can make a book, then we can... there's so much more information that we can share if there's a book. So the book has more information than the movie, because it just has more space to do that. And so if you saw the movie and you want to know more, then the book is a good way to explore more of this content. Yeah.
Awesome. And where can we get that?
Well, if you go to our website, thepoweroftheheart.com, then you can order the book. Okay. And you can also order. I mean, it's in Barnes and Nobles, all the big bookshops right now, and it's on Amazon, and yeah. And there's also an audiobook with my voice and with the voices of all the people I've interviewed. So you've got the voice of Maya Angelou and the voice of Paulo Coelho and all those people. Yeah, yes.
I love audiobooks. Oh, cool! Thank you so much for interviewing with us, and Power of the Heart, everyone. It's gonna be awesome, and